And good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Hollow Theater. As always, I'm Dan Tartaglione, better known as D Tartag1. Joining me tonight is the runner himself, CRG, Matt Lutz.
Hello. I went
And
for a run today. It was great.
running is terrible.
It's not terrible. Running is for people who can't handle drugs and alcohol, and I can really handle neither, even though this is the last glass on a bottle of wine tonight.
See, now that's depressing that it's like your last glass. Also joining us tonight is the so-called Sheriff of Gemp.
So-called. He is. He is not the so-called. He is.
What makes him the Sheriff of Gemp?
I think we can let him answer that. Mr. Batmouse.
Yeah, Batmouse is joining us tonight.
Why are you the Sheriff of Gemp?
I'm the Sheriff of Gemp because in the lawless times before anyone decided to come on over, I was there. I was the law. And no one objected to me saying I'm the sheriff. So
See, that's funny because a lawless time is a card that Shadow Collective uses plenty.
It is. Wow,
it's a two.
We're nerds.
Well, I mean, here we are on a Twitch show for a game that's run by a nonprofit players committee that hasn't been in print for 20 years. So yes.
Yeah, I think we're all a little bit on the nerdy end. So we got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to talk some OCS. We're going to talk some Jawa Cup. We're going to talk a little bit about the holiday season, being that we're in November and everything. But I think the first thing we should do is talk about the big news that was spoiled last week. If you weren't watching last week's show before we went into the Justin Desai, Chris Hall match of the OCS playoffs, the Advocates had a big announcement that was made public last week by the esteemed Mr. Chris Kelly himself. So let's go right into that announcement, and so it's right on the main forum or the main website and everything. So I have it displayed right now. There's significant rule changes on the Persona rule. So for those who don't know, the Persona rule is you can only have one copy of a specific type of character. So like you can only have one Luke Skywalker on the field, or you can only have like one Leia or R2, so and so forth. First big change was now you can have the light side can have their Lando and the dark side can have a Lando. That's kind of big. Don't you guys think? Like dark side is getting a new Lando. We talked a little bit about it last week. With VSET 17, we're getting it's Vader's Lando Calrissian, Vader's broker. So, what do you guys think about that? Like the fact that we can have like a light side and a dark side are both going to have a Lando Calrissian soon.
I think it's a thematic thing that my mind immediately went to that it's long overdue. But I like it. I like it a lot.
I agree, long overdue. But also it takes away the if you want to play the non-virtual security tower, and go and grab a Lando, you could have locked light side out of Han and Lando till Coran Horn V at the Jabba prize.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You could have taken away two of the main character for, let's say, Watch Your Step. Doing that, but I like that. At least then I can play Sabak against Lando. Play Sabak against Lando on Cloud City. Let's go.
Well, so the other thing is they said that the uniqueness rule still applies. So, like for example, Lobot, there's a light side and a dark side Lobot, but because they're the same name, there can only be one on the table at a time. This is under number 2. So, I think they did that because now dark side Lando is the same way. Like you can't have like one player can have Lando Calrissian on the table because they're the same name. Like I think that's kind of fair.
Right. I mean, it seems like reading these, and this is the the lawyer and me coming out. But there was definitely some rules lawyering in this, ran by the PC's general counsel or the rules advocate to make sure this thing, fits squarely. The big change that I'm happy about from the Persona changes is you can't have Sidious and Palpatine on the table at the same time for Darkseid.
Oh yeah, I was going to say we're going to talk about that in a second. Right. That's like I want to say that was the real big change. Like I know they said there's some other changes as well, like capturing and stealing, out of play, and then no cheatoring. But again, the big announcement that Chris Kelly announced last week that Darth Sidious and the Emperor Palpatine are the same person. I know, like. Not a really big spoiler to people who've watched the series, but I guess if you're coming new into the game and into Star Wars in general, your mind might be blown a little bit.
Right.
Right. But, I mean, it's been 20 years since, again, like we said, the game has been out of print. And for 20 years now, we've been able to play, like, Darth Sidious, Lord Sidious, and the Emperor in the same deck. Now, we can't. I mean, you can, but you can only have one on the table at the same time.
Right. And I think this might have the biggest, immediate gameplay impact. Just because, current hunt-down lists out there are going to run 3 Palpatines and a pair of shuttles, plus Sidious.
Sidious on the ground.
Yeah. And he is just a monster. Yeah. And he's a monster protecting, Visage, for example.
Yeah.
And now your hunt-down deck's going to have to make a choice. Do you want to leave that persona in, a big body, Destiny 1, or want to swap that out for something else?
Yeah.
I never liked this thematically, having them both on the table at the same time. And so, this is a change I support.
Yeah. To me, I don't think it's like that big of a deal, like you said. Personally, I don't run a lot of decks that run Sidious and the Emperor in them. I think Bring Him Before Me was like one of the big ones. Hunt Down, as you said. But gameplay-wise, I mean, Decipher had a reason for not doing it before. I think it was because of the whole, we don't want to introduce Anakin and Vader and they're going to be the same thing. But now we have Sidious and Palpatine and the Emperor. So, but... it kind of makes sense. So at this point, I mean, kudos. I mean, at this point, no. The bigger thing to me is that the advocates, the rule committee, and the what's it called, the competitive balance team, they're willing to make changes to make the game more interesting or better, and I got to applaud them for that.
Agreed.
So
balancing it out.
Yeah.
Be willing to reverse issues for reverse issues within Decipher cards and Decipher rulings. It really being able to advance the game and keep it fresh and balanced all these years later.
Right.
And I know, like I said, there's a nice big post on the main website if you want to go ahead and check that out. I want to say it was maybe Jared or Chris is the one who came up, posted this and everything. They have examples of them shown with the whole persona role if you want to check those out. And then they go into a little bit more depth on why they made it. So the Emperor it's Darth Sidious, and the Emperor is a persona of Darth Sidious. Right. And, I mean, his name is Sheev Palpatine, so... But I think from a gameplay sense, it kind of makes a little bit more sense for us. Because I know we've already spoiled the card Darth Sidious's lightsaber, and it makes sense that he can use it.
Right. No, I agree.
So, no, like I said, I applaud everybody who decided to make this change behind the scenes. I like it, and hopefully stuff like this, more... No, I'm not looking for more changes like this, but I don't know, the big thing to me is transparency, and I think articles like this saying why that they are doing what they're doing and they have a reason for it is the best way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have it's like in middle school math class. You got to show your work. And that's kind of what this is.
Yeah, 100%.
Why are we doing this? Here's our explanation. I know it's generally plenty of discussion on the forums, on Slack, etc. But we'll see. We're gonna have the NPC in January and another major a couple months after that to see how this shakes out. I mean, I know it changed my hunt down list.
So here's my question then: if you're going to be playing like Hunt Down or Bring Him Before Me, what card would you take out to play the Emperor and not Darth Sidious? Like, what would you put in from a player perspective?
Well, I mean, I would leave Palpatine in because I run 3 Palpatines and a pair of shuttles as a kind of a standard list. I think you got to put another big body in there. So if you don't have Mara in there, or you don't have Aura in there, maybe that goes in. Or Dengar, that goes in. Just because you run an APPs and you run a lot of 6 and 7s. Or maybe you split the Dooku personas. Run one Tyrannus and one Dooku.
It's not a bad idea.
Just because you can run the bridge instead of or with the Cloud City Plaza, and that blockade flagship bridge just messes with commuting, for example.
True.
I can see that. I think I'll go the exact opposite route. I will not play a character. I'm just gonna throw in a Daylong Remembered.
It's a good card.
Say lose a fight, lose a force. Lose a Jedi, lose a force. And all of your immunity to attrition at -3.
Right.
But I mean,
you're going to be fighting. Well, you're losing one of your fully immune to attrition characters. You might as well subtract from their immunity to attrition, and try and snake as many of their characters off the table as you can, and do a little bit of extra damage. And it's a recyclable 6, so
right. I mean, who doesn't like that? Now, do you run like a 4-Lon V in your hunt down there?
Yes, I do. So you can always, and you can make it the last card of your draw phase to put back, so you can track it to the top of your deck, and now, okay, my first battle lesson, the next turn is going to be a 6,
right?
And then, or take it back into hand and fight with it every turn,
right?
Now, I don't know if you guys are paying attention in the chat or anything, but Joker King actually points out something good as well. With the Emperor on the table, you get an activation bonus from the Holo Theater. So there's also that.
Right. Yeah, Hunt Down, I think, is one of those decks that got a huge boost when Sonic Bombardment V was made, because now you can run a pair of Twix Pullers. And then you throw in the 12-card start, and it just gets really explosive really fast. It might be my favorite Darkside deck to play, just from a pure fun perspective. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. Hunt Down is just a fun deck to play.
I don't know. I've always been not a fan of Hunt Down myself, and that's only just because I just don't like Visage. I don't like Visage.
I was going to say, did you lose too many games to Gimp, Tom?
No.
I have. Raise your hand if you have.
I mean, I've lost, every time I play against Hunt Down, I feel like I lose, but still.
Hunt Down's fun. What else we have, Dan, here?
So the other thing is, like I said earlier, we touched upon it just briefly. The new Lando and the Darth Sidious spoilers are out there. The Lando Calrissian Vader's Broker is going to be a C-slip to go over your dark side Landos. He's going to be an alien and an Imperial, so you can actually run him in your, if you want to play Hunt Down V, you can run him in your Hunt Down V.
You can play Enforcement with him.
Yeah.
Or Scum decks.
Okay, so next up, thank you to Justin Desai currently in the chat. We are on our last game of the top 8 of the OCS finals. Justin and Joker King will be playing tonight, right after the show, so make sure you stay tuned to that. I don't know if Matt or Anthony are going to be sticking around to help with the commentary, but I will be on the commentary for that. As you can see on the bracket, Justin Branch, Charlie Arlinson, and Matthew Harrison Trainer all advanced to the top 4. And Justin Desai and Chris Hall, again, will be playing tonight. I believe Justin won game 1 by 8. So that's going to be exciting.
That's not a coin flip, but it's functionally a coin flip.
I don't know, like, why don't we talk about that in a little bit? Let's save that for swing and a miss. Actually,
We'll get there.
We'll get there in a little bit. Outside of that, we don't have a schedule for when Charlie and MHT are going to be playing. And again, we're going to be waiting on this game. So once we have the winner of this game, we'll know if it's going to be Chris or Justin facing Silver Glen in the top 4. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. The other big thing that's going on in the Star Wars CCG world is the Jawa Cup is right around the corner. So if you have not made it into the OCS, or if you haven't got into, if you're not a member of the Outrider Cup, you can play in this free tournament that the tournament committee put together. It's going to run through November 15th through February 6th. So a month and a half of time, play time. It's free to play. There is a ban list for it, just like your normal Jawa format. And again, the last day to sign up is this is the 14th. So you have 4 days to sign up for this. And I believe both of you are signed up.
I am signed up. Kendall and I were the first to learn of the announcement of the Jawa format when it was created a couple of years ago. I am the maintainer of the historical Jawa format ban list. I got to update that once this tournament goes live. I like the Jawa format because there is not an intent to balance the meta. It is, we're just going to lop off the top and see what happens. And I think that the members of the Jawa Council, Kendall, Eric Hunter, and Bill Kafer, and they realize that, and they just make it kind of happen. And so I'm really curious about what we're going to see. And I'm looking at the ban list now, and there's 2 decks on the dark side that I am directly responsible for putting on the ban list, if you will.
Oh, which ones?
CCT, I played it at Worlds, and then Shadow Collective, which I played at Nationals.
Okay.
And I didn't play, and I played Prophet, so I was responsible for getting the Prophet list on there after Nationals last year. But I mean, Prophet's live, Hyperdrive's live. This is the format which I traditionally play Hyperdrive. And Huntdown's live, even though I know they monitored that. So
Court's live.
Court's live. Yep.
Badmouse's QMC deck that he ran at Worlds, and he actually beat your CCT with.
Oh, that was a great game.
That was a
great game. I felt so paralyzed by that. Like, I knew what I had to do. I knew what I needed to find. I just couldn't and Badmouse. Here's the other thing. At Worlds, Han Chui Falcon was the absolute bane of my existence. I think I ran into it almost every game because, CCT and Court's Aliens ships package, they don't add a lot of power to it. They just have a minimal pilot capacity. Right. And Gogolin beat me up with it. You beat me up with it. I think Stubbly beat me up with it. Even though I won that game,
we had one fight in that entire game.
Right. I mean, two, because I beat up Jin.
You did beat up Jin, who I was like, oh, I'm holding Hujix here.
Yeah, you're holding Hujix, and you're gonna pull Celebration off of the sand effect. Like, what am I gonna do there?
Oh no!
It was one of those I know what I need to do. I gotta beat the system. Oh crap! I can't beat the system. I lose. Right. I haven't gone through and watched that game again, but I felt like I'm just gonna draw as many cards as I need to find what I need, even though I got Iggy on the table and operational. Like what's going on here? In any event, kudos to you, good sir.
Thank you very much, sir. One of the funnest games the entire weekend, and
also lift tubes. Lift tubes. Come on.
Yeah,
I know. Because
hold on. What was better was there were white border lift tubes.
They were. I didn't even notice that. Like I had the get combo in my hand to cancel the react in case I wanted to battle there. But like I ran out of options. You let QMC set up and it's game over, and that's kind of what happened.
Yeah, so not in our game, which was a great game, but I had a game against Amar in the Constellation tournament, which I think I won that. So he canceled the lift tube react. He canceled the lift tube react, but I had a Lobot to download Lando as a react, as the second react in a battle. So I'm like, yes, you can cancel the lift tube react,
but
because Lando is the real react that I want.
Yeah. Now, and you were playing the EPP Lando, right?
I was playing the EPP Lando.
Yeah.
Extra battle destiny with an alien on Cloud City.
Yep.
And a gunshot.
Yep.
So a Colt 45.
That was
before we get away from the Jawa Cup again, let's talk a little bit about the ban list. So again, you're on the team that decides the ban list. Let's talk about some of the decks that you guys banned.
I'm not.
You're not on the team?
No, it's Kendall, it's Bill Kafer, it's Eric Hunter. It's not mine. I'm not on it.
So okay,
historian.
Okay, but yeah, let's talk about like some of the decks that were banned. Like you said, CCT. I want that map. Bring It Before Me, ISB, Shadow Collective, all for Dark Side. For Light Side, Qui-Gon and Yoda Commuting are both essentially banned. Like My Father Before Me, Yavin 4 Operations, and Old Allies.
Yep.
I don't know about how you guys feel, but for me, that's like, at least those are my main decks. Like, I like CCT, I like ISB.
But that's the idea.
Yavin 4 Ops, Old Allies, like those are my go-to decks. I feel like I feel nerfed.
Well, like that, you feel nerfed.
You feel personally attacked.
Yeah. Three of the Dark Side decks I've played over the past 6 months. Not that I played a lot of games outside of tournaments are on that Dark Side list. Like I played Map, I played Shadow Collective, I played CCT. I'm okay with the ban, but you know what? I saw this ban list. I thought I'm really okay with it. Especially because Darkseid doesn't have any individual bullets. Because Force Push was banned last time, and they took that out.
Yeah. And
Force Push is probably the best Darkseid card, I think, because it makes any deck better.
Yeah, I agree.
And Walkling's not banned, which was really an impediment, I think, to Lightside last time.
Right.
We had a Jawa list.
Yeah, I mean, when we had Throne Room mains running around with Walkling and everything, Walkling was so much better then. Don't get me wrong; it's still one of the best cards, if not one of the best V cards. It's one of the best V cards, if not one of the best cards ever printed. But at the same time, it's really powerful, especially like in the old Throne Room. So not having Walkling in Throne Room is completely fair. Right. I was kind of surprised by Y4 Ops being banned. I know a lot of people played it at Worlds, but at the same time, like, I think when you have, like, it doesn't do well against, like, Agents of the Black Sun. It doesn't do well. It does well against Hunt Down, but if the Hunt Down player knows it's coming, you can tech for it.
Right.
It does well against Map, but Map's banned. It does decent against CCT, but again, CCT's banned. It has issues with what am I thinking of? Court. So,
well, I think it's interesting. I mean, we had a Slack discussion today about Y4 Ops and how kind of one theater deck and whose idea. The whole idea is to win the drain race because it can retrieve 2 a turn. One with the objective, one with Farm Boy Luke, and it's very rock paper scissors. So we'll see. I mean, I think it purely rose to so-called tier 1 because of a meta call in the idea that it would beat Map and beat Map well. Yeah. We don't have that issue here in the Jawa, which again is kind of like the Jawa format's mission is we're going to lop off the top of the meta arbitrarily and see what happens.
Yeah,
right.
So
I don't know. I would have been happy with like Diplo.
Yeah,
like Diplo. Diplo's really good in this format.
Right, and I mean, as long as they don't run into Court, who decides not to play the Nalhutta system.
Yeah,
I mean, We'll see.
Court's again like one of those decks like you don't really want to see in this format. I'm just saying.
The other thing is, you always have you always look for a strong mains deck, keep Court so-called in check.
Yeah.
And so, what do you have here from a mains format? Keep that in check. Do you have some sort of like? Do you have TRM?
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
Jedi Business, anything?
Yeah.
WAP Jedi Business.
WAP's a bad matchup, or Court's a bad matchup for WAP.
Yeah,
can be.
Well, especially because you put out you put out the Camino system.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Well, let's talk. We're going to talk a little bit. I was going to say we'll talk a little bit about the decks and everything with the Jawa Cup here in a little bit. So, but another big announcement that just came down the pipe is the announcement of the 2022 MPC. So again, if you want to check it out, everything is posted on the forums. Again, we have the weekend schedule. The hotel information is already out there. We're still waiting on the link for the pre-registration for the hotels. But if you want to pre-register for the event, just for the event, it's $35. For the weekend pass, it's $45. The weekend pass includes the main event, the constellation, any sealed deck stuff, Sunday constellation. How do you like? We're going. It's at a new hotel and everything. So there is that. Jared already went ahead and posted the prize support. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. Right now we have 2 players registered for it. I don't know how do you. And the other big thing is Chris Schoenthal went ahead and posted the COVID policy. Please, if you're going to the event, please read up on the COVID policy. Please. It's still a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal, and it's different than Worlds, which is why there's a change in announcement of it.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys going to go to the MPC?
I am out for the MPC. My wife's got a trip scheduled for January, but I am definitely in for the other 3 majors that are scheduled for 2022.
Nice.
I am borderline on the MPC. Like more close to being out. It's my wife's birthday weekend, like right in between. So
I think your wife wins, sir. I think your wife wins that one.
Yeah.
My wife generally wins that one, so yeah, that won't happen unless I can get tickets to Hamilton and then get her to fly across the country.
So I mean
that would.
But if you don't go, who's going to win the consolation?
That's a good point. That is a really good point. I mean, because even at nationals, if I didn't have to leave for the airport, I was right there too.
Yeah,
for the consolation.
I was supposed to have tickets for Hamilton this year because I have a subscription to our local Broadway shows, but COVID moved that to 2023 of all things.
Oof.
Yeah. Wow. And I've seen it once before, and it was the best musical ever. I've seen plenty.
It's touring. It's in LA. The touring. One of the touring is in LA right now. So maybe I just settled for that.
You should go. It's worth every penny. I promise.
There you go.
There's the CRG endorsement of the night right there.
Stamp of approval.
I think I've said it on Slack before, but if you would buy the subscription to Disney Plus for an entire year, and the only thing you do is watch Hamilton once, it's worth it.
We watched Hamilton when it first came to Disney Plus probably 40 times in the first week. I can sing all of the songs. I know everything because my wife and kids were into it, which got me to literally I hummed a song, at work almost all day long.
I can see that. In between your games on your phone, right?
While I'm playing Gem, I do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, it is that time of the year, everybody. So the 2021 Holiday Gift Exchange the signups are live. Ming is taking control of this as well. So if you sign up for this. Like, it's fun. I don't know. I've gotten, like, people have sent some really good stuff over the years. It's really fun, especially getting something from somebody you don't know. I don't know. Have you guys done this?
You know, I haven't, because I never felt I've had a collection big enough to donate something to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I always enjoy seeing the photos of what people get and post and such.
I participate. Last year was the first year that I didn't participate, but I participated every other year. Fred sent me a double-bladed maul for 1 year. For a gift. I've got pecan pie recipes from Nick Culpepper, from his grandmother pecan pie recipe. CryptoFist has sent me Polish cookbooks before.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's fun.
Yeah, it's great fun. Firefox has sent me a Waiting on Batmouse card. To our Game of Thrones forum game. I love getting artwork. Artwork is by far my favorite part of is able to get autographs and play again, and know, oh, there's a funny story related to this card. This is why I play this game.
Right.
I'm not a collector, per se, but a card player. So cards in my collection that are, some people would pay me 10 cents for. They're priceless. I would never let that card go.
Right. Yeah. For example, when you put down Matt Lutz's Hall of Theater Anakin Skywalker signed on stream.
I would never let that card go for the world.
No. I'm so glad.
No.
I'm so glad.
Like, I think it was last year. I forget for the life of me who sent this to me, but I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a huge Metroid fan. Probably bigger than it's probably bigger than Star Wars to me in some regards. But somebody got me a re-arted card as Metroid, and yeah, I've gotten so many nice things throughout the years, and I love doing these. I love sending people stuff through the holiday exchange. Sign up for it. It's really fun. It's like I said, it's a good way for the community to come together. And all you got to do is just click on the sign up. Just make sure it's all going to be random. So you can, if you don't want to send anything overseas, you don't have to do that. I know it can be expensive to send stuff overseas, or you can do it just in the States, just overseas, if you want. Ming does this every year. So again, sign up. I know Ming is giving out signed C-3POs. I don't know if you get here. I'll show you. Again, this is all in the forums. He's got a collection of 3POs. He's going to giving away.
That's right. Ming has the stack right now. I saw him. He was over at my house this weekend. I got to meet his daughter for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's such a great part of the community. That oh, I have kids. You can meet my kids. Wow, that's a great thing. Dan's met my kids.
If we have a major in Minnesota, I'm gonna introduce who will be 10-year-old to everyone next year, or whenever that happens.
Have your kid can play Johnny Chu's kid to see who can play better.
That's right. We should do that.
I mean, I would be down to have that on stream.
I would stream that. That'd be very fun.
Okay, so I think it's that time we get in some swing and a miss stuff. We got 4 questions for tonight. Let's make them quick and let's make them a little fun. The first question is, the Jawa Cup will see at least 70 people register for it.
So the over-under is 69.5. That's a good number, I think.
So
how many do we have last year? I'm going to try to find that right now.
I don't know. Right now, we are sitting on the forums, we are sitting at 61.
Ooh. We got how many days? 3 days ago?
4 days.
4 days ago.
4 days. Vatmos, do you want the over or the under on this one?
I want the over. I want
the over?
Well, yeah, it'll get there.
You think?
Okay. I don't think you're wrong, but I will take that we'll get 69 exactly.
Nice. I will go and stump stump for signups in the Jump lobby.
Well, I know. Get us over. I know, like, one person he said he signed up, but he's not on the list yet. Is Brad Reinhold? I don't think he's on the list, so we're at 62 right there. But
player,
I'm gonna blame Taco Bill for not updating the list and say, yeah, I think we're gonna go a little over.
So it's a hit.
Yeah, so, I'll say miss, but we'll go at 69 exactly. I hope I'm wrong. I will be wrong.
I don't know. I kind of hope you're not, for reasons, but
for reasons.
Hashtag reasons. That's okay.
Yeah.
Some Matt Wadden reasons. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Next question of the night. Court of the Vile. Oops, I mistyped that. Court of the Vile Gangster and Diplomatic Mission Alderaan will be the most played decks in the Jawa Cup.
Projection Compound. Sustained. I'll take Court.
Okay.
I disagree on Diplo, even though I think it's quite strong. I think we'll see something else. Maybe QMC. Maybe some sort of oddball mains.
Like,
maybe Prophet. Let me see a lot of Prophet.
I could see Prophet. Like, I could see a lot of Prophet, but at the same time, like, Prophet has issues with Huntdown right now.
Oh, Huntdown tons. Like, I got Luke turned at Worlds by Justin Miyashiro. It was just insane.
Yeah.
Chasm. Let's go. Chasm. Just end it. Chasm. No problems.
Well, that's a problem when you play 3 Lukes. So, even though I think I'm right on this. Lukes. I think I'm right on this, but I split my Luke personas.
Split the personas. Play a Jedi, play an old man, and play
a
Rebel
you
Scout.
Don't play old man Luke. You don't play old man Luke on Prophet. I will fight that till my dying breath.
Why don't you?
Because you want to be able to battle, and old man Luke can't deploy to an occupied site.
There you go. That's why you don't do it.
Okay. Winner in one.
But you do play Neighborin, so we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, I'll play Prophet.
I don't know. Like, I don't Prophet. It just. I mean, I could see, like, maybe Ral Ops plays Imp Decree, and it negates some of the drain damage that you take. So, I mean, I could see it.
I play Saw in Underworld Contacts. No, it doesn't.
You need to drink more wine when you come on.
Really, this is
fun. So here's the thing. So I played Prophet at Nationals, Prophet at Worlds, and I lost at Nationals to Kevin Shannon's ISB for a couple of reasons, and then I made changes to my Prophet list for Worlds to deal with those issues, and then I played Clay in game, I think it was game 8, and everything I needed for that matchup versus ISB just hit, and he scooped like 4 turns in because I had set up Landing Claw and Saw and Underworld Contacts, and I was just draining him for,
Can you send me this list? Because like I
want published. My Prophet list from Worlds is published.
Oh, okay, that's even better.
What about Leia of Alderaan?
So that's the other thing, is that's been in and out of my list, but Prophet is the one deck that can play all 3 of those drain, anti-drain limiters. Leia, Underworld Contacts, and Saw. So, I mean,
I don't know.
Maybe Jared Napolitano's in the chat.
I was going to say, like, I figure between you and Jared, like, I think the Brain Trust can make a good Prophet deck for the Jawa Cup. Like, I know Jared is signed up for the Jawa Cup right now. I did update my Prophet primer post World with our respective deck lists. Okay. So. Now, Jared should be playing in the Outrider Cup. Like, dude went on a he should be playing in the Outrider Cup, and he signed up for the Jawa Cup. Like, dude is that good.
In the very first Jawa Cup. In the OCS.
Yeah.
There you go. It's all right.
I mean, at least we don't have to worry about Joker King playing court in the Jawa Cup.
That is very much true.
I'm so much true. Like, I'm so glad.
Or Drew.
Or Drew. Teemo's, don't have to worry about Teemo with his Rebel Strike team deck. Don't have to worry about 12-0.
Or Tadegwat.
Yeah, don't have to worry about those guys. Don't have to worry about that. Don't have to worry about Joe Olsen coming in and winning another tournament in the Jawa Cup. So
we'll be good.
We'll be good. It's going to be fun.
What else you got, Dan?
Question number 3. At least 40 people will play all 6 games in the Jawa Cup.
That's a hit.
For the prizes.
Yeah.
You got to do it for the prizes.
You got to do it for the prizes.
I got prizes this week in the mail. Everyone loves prizes.
I haven't gotten any prizes in a while, but I mean, that's just
not that, but it's not OCS style. It is a literal scheduled matchup.
Right? Yes, right. That is a good point.
And you know what?
You schedule at your convenience.
Right, and I play more games when they're scheduled. Like the bulk of my games this year have been either in live majors or scheduled Best in League games.
And I mean, if you play all 6 games, you get a GIMP AI pack, and you get the Sidon Ithano foil V-Slip. And from what I've heard, they say that from what I've seen, that I think that's the only way you can get the Sidon V-Slip foil. Right. So make sure you play your stuff. I mean, come on, like I don't know. First place gets an uncut sheet. Second place gets a sealed EPP Luke pack. Everybody who plays within the top, who gets in the top 30, gets a Tatooine expansion pack. I mean, I know it's not like the best expansion, like it's not the best set, but come on, a sealed pack at this point.
You know, I've got a couple of those now, and they're great to have, even though you're not going to open them. And uncut sheets. I got a Tatooine uncut sheet. There it is, right there.
I gotta move it. The one that I had in my office was like a foil Reflections 1, light side foil for Reflection 1, but I packed it away. But no, I made the stupid mistake of opening up 2 Reflections 3 packs last year.
I'm sorry.
But I got a Han Chewing the Falcon.
Nice.
There you go.
I bought one of those. Well worth it.
Okay, last question. Last question of the night, and this is very topical. Who you got? Justin Desai or Chris Hall?
Chris. I got Joker King in that matchup.
Do you know what the matchup is?
I don't care. We're just gonna flip a coin and gamble.
I'm gonna take Desai because I'm I met Desai at Nationals. Was well worth the meet. I'm on Desai.
I was gonna say you and I played Desai in the team tournament, and Matt Sperling. You played Matt Sperling, beat Matt Sperling. I got just destroyed by Justin. I gotta go.
You couldn't get me 6 more cards. You couldn't get me 6 more cards, and we would have advanced. 6 cards. That's all I needed.
I was saving all my good play for the World's Team Tournament with Brad.
That's all right.
Where's that meme?
What meme?
That was Stop Bat Mouse Cold. Stop Bat Mouse Cold. Where's that meme?
I don't know.
Bat Mouse.
No. Underrated player of 2021.
Is he though?
Shh. I think I'm overrated, so I think you're underrated. Whatever.
Okay, really quick. Again, this month's deck building challenge is to see who can cancel the most 4 strains with Snap Wexley. Nobody has really entered in it yet. So if we don't have anybody enter by next week, we're gonna do something even more fun. So stay tuned. Again, if nobody enters by next week, I have a plan so that people will enter. But if you enter before next Wednesday and you show that you have done this, I will guarantee you a pack of Hollow Theater Heroes and Hosen Heroes.
Ooh, I'll need to go and play some games.
Yeah.
I'll go cancel 3 drains and be in the lead.
Cancel 3 drains. Yeah, we had this discussion on Slack today, but I'm...
The winner, whoever, and then I'm going to choose, like, say if multiple people enter, somebody's going to get 2 packs. Everybody who entered gets a pack. But yeah, what were you saying, Matt?
So what's your take on the Y4 Ops' Tier 1 and or Y4 Ops' NPA because it's a 1 theater deck?
I mean, we've had 1 theater decks for how long now?
But it's a 1 theater space deck, which I think is added. It's not like it's a communing or a TRM that plays no space. It's all space.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I mean, we've had Monkey Ties, we've had Hidden Base, we've had EBO.
Swing Swarm, EBO. Yeah.
I mean, come on. At this point, I mean, I'm fine with it. I mean, they have to pay for their drains.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest thing is with Y4 Ops is people who are playing Y4 Ops. First of all, like you said, it is good against map. It is good against, like, Bring 'Em Before Me. And that's fine. That's just looking at the meta. I mean, the meta is, like we've said before, it's a rock, paper, scissors matchup right now. I mean, I don't know.
You still have to put your ship together. You still have to match. You still play. You know, you could
play the game.
Yeah, I think it's a fair statement.
I mean, I don't know. I think the people who are happy with Y4 Ops are the people who don't know how to beat it.
You know, the big thing is when you play a non-mains deck, the people that love to play mains only get frustrated.
Yep,
they get grumpy, and they
they
don't want to play that.
Listen to the sheriff.
That is not mains.
Listen to the sheriff.
Raise your hand if you've played Huntdown and lost to Y4 Ops.
Oh wait, no.
This guy right here.
Yeah.
I don't play mains for the most part.
Yeah, I'm not I don't like to play mains. I'm not
a mains guy.
The closest I like to playing to mains is like a WAP deck. And WAP, I mean, traditionally for the longest of time, WAP was a 1 theater deck too. So, I mean, I don't know. I got no problem with 1 theater decks. You just got to tech for them, and I'm fine with tech cards.
Right.
Maybe we should expand. Like, I don't know. This is a topic for another a time, not tonight.
Different show. I want to be on that show.
I think we're gonna have a few people on that show.
I think you'll probably have a lot of talkers on that one.
Oh yeah.
What else you got for us, Dan?
Well, the last thing
we got 12 minutes until OCS starts. So what do you got for us?
Last thing we got that I got to talk to you guys, or I got for you guys tonight, is your lore challenge or your objective challenge.
I am notoriously bad at this.
Well, so guess what? You guys get to work together.
We got this here.
Your challenge.
We got it the last time.
You got it the last time. Here it is. Are you ready? You guys get the objective challenge. You have to tell me what the 7th side of the objective is. The objective that you have to tell me what the 7th side is City in the Clouds.
City in the Clouds. That's the expansion or that
is the demo deck.
Yep.
I don't even think I know that one.
I've never typed out that name or played it. I don't think. I can see the image of it. I think.
Yeah, because the front side is
the first side. The 0 side is on the screen. Like it's on Twitch right now.
Right.
Yeah, Cloud City's the box, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the backside
is. I can't picture what the backside of that objective is. And what it does allows you to get cards in Cloud City Celebration and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it allows you to pull sites.
So once per game you may deploy Cloud City Celebration. Once during your control phase you may use 2 force to pull 1 interrupt. Once per turn you may move one of your characters as a react to a battle or force drain at a Cloud City site. And you flip it back if opponent controls more Cloud City sites than you.
City in the Clouds. Unless I come up with a funny name for the
the other side is the image of Leia of Alderaan.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Think about the movie.
Place for dinner?
No, but I mean, okay. I'll give you one hint from Empire Strikes Back.
From Empire, yep.
The line is said by Lando to Leia.
Which then makes her blush and gives us the image on the card.
Nope.
Nope.
Give up?
I concede.
Scoop.
You truly belong here with us.
There we go. See, I would not have guessed that.
Give it a real objective.
So the reason I gave you that was because I know we're going to be working on people are working on making the objectives, the demo decks better. So hopefully those will be out soonish. Like I know that, like I for one, first of all, I love the image of both those, like both sides. It's so perfect. But at the same time, I mean, they're so hard to pull off. Like the dark side one is better, but like hopefully they're playable. I would love to see somebody take the demo decks and into like say the Jawa Cup and win with them.
Building challenge.
Maybe the dark side's better because they can start with the dark side interrupt. Let's just start a dark Jedi on the table.
Yeah, I think I don't remember.
I mean, there was a list. I can tell you 5 years ago now. The Great Balls of Fire list from Crypto.
Yeah.
For the Twin Suns deck. Maybe that's viable. I don't know. But it's there.
It is there. Like I said, I'd love to see somebody take those decks into, I don't know, something and just win with them.
December deck building challenge.
Don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay, everybody. So it is almost at that time. Again, I want to thank everybody who tuned in, and I especially want to thank Matt and Batmouse for coming on tonight. It's been a blast as always, gentlemen. Again, stay tuned to the PC channel for Justin and for All Stars 97 and Jericho King's game. Justin, I would say give me like 2 minutes so I can shut down this and get into the actual other stream. So yeah, I'll ping you once we're ready. Again, stay tuned for that. It is game 2, our last top 8 game. So until next week, everybody, take care, and we'll have more Hall of Thief for next Wednesday. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Right.